As car fluids deteriorate with age, their ability to protect the vehicle is greatly limited, resulting in mechanical failures and reduced car longevity. Our bodies are similar. Our ability to defend and repair tissues and to proliferate replacement cells declines rapidly with age. There are three areas of great concern that become overburdened by toxicities, deficiencies, and the cumulative effects of aging. Most interventions target them independently, until now. Our natural antioxidant system, controlled by the antioxidant response element, ARE, is many millions, some say trillions, of times more powerful than supplemental antioxidants attained through diet. This internal system is comprised of three primary antioxidant enzymes that unfortunately decline with age. They must be upregulated in unison as we get older, otherwise additional detrimental effects can occur. Stelomare has been meticulously designed to defend and repair stem cells, normal differentiated cells, and telomeres, while also increasing the production and proliferation of the body's powerful antioxidants, protective telomere enzymes, and self-renewing stem cells. Stelomare was developed by the inventor of the world's most prominent ARE, product that has surpassed $2 billion in sales and is supported by over 25 peer-reviewed studies. Stelomare is a comprehensive formulation that uses clinically proven compounds that, when combined in a specific ratio, work synergistically to target positive factors for stem cells, telomeres, and ARE. Stem cells act as self-renewing cell reserves to regenerate damaged tissues and replenish dying cells. Active intervention to protect stem cells and to promote the proliferation of healthy circulating stem cells is required to offset the effects of aging and help our bodies regain equilibrium. Telomeres are the caps at the ends of our chromosomes. They protect our genetic material much like shoelace tips prevent our laces from fraying and unraveling. Telomeres shorten each time a cell replicates, and their length is a marker of biological age. Put quite simply, people with longer telomeres live longer and healthier. Protecting and even increasing the length of telomeres can be attained through selective plant compounds that activate the healthy expression of the telomerase enzyme. Freshly cut apples turn brown. Iron decays. This is the process of oxidation, and it's occurring inside our bodies as we literally rust from the inside out over time from the damage caused by oxidants or free radicals. Free radicals attack healthy molecules, stealing electrons from them and making them unstable, damaging cells. Antioxidants donate an electron to free radicals instead, thereby neutralizing them and preventing free radicals from stealing from other molecules. Like engine oil, radiator coolants, and transmission fluids, these three biological elements work together and must be addressed together, with a coordinated, comprehensive strategy. Stem cells, telomeres, ARE. Introducing Stelomare. Stelomare activates cells to talk to each other, causing a powerful cascade response where trillions of cells are upregulated to overcome age-related declines. In this way, Stelomare is less about the direct supplementation of certain compounds, and more about using specific combinations and ratios of compounds to trigger multiple genetic responses in the body that are far greater in value. Extensively researched since 2012, but also based on 20 years of groundbreaking expertise in this area, Stelomare is the standalone dietary supplementation choice for overall healthy aging and longevity.
All right, guys, let's do this. Still people coming in. We've got a couple of important guests here tonight. So we're winding up towards the end of September. The rubber's meeting the road here at Shopley. We've got products live on shopley.com. If you haven't gone to check them out already, check them out on shopley.com. Now, the important stuff here to remember is there's some great product there. Some of those products will ship globally. Some of those products will ship to some countries around the world. Some of those products will just ship to the US or US and Canada. And so it's worth checking that out before you go in and try and order. There's been people, if you're like me, who's just super impatient. I've been ordering some product already just because I want to see it work. I want to see the system. I want to see how easy it is to order. I want to see the shopping experience on Shopley. And I want this Stelomare product in my body sooner than later. But in reality, you guys don't really need to purchase anything in September. And so it's a bit weird to say that as a network marketer, don't buy product, don't buy product. But because we want to look after you guys, save your money and be smart with this build in the month of September, and I think everyone is aware of this at the moment, in the month of September, you only need 30 PV to stay qualified in the whole compensation plan for everything. So you don't need 100 PV, 300, 400 PV. And so if you're saving your money and you can be a little bit patient to get Stelomare and some of those other products, I wouldn't be purchasing product. I mean, this is the most anti-sell product launch in history. Don't go and buy it, but it's just smart to wait until October to purchase it, because what Kelly's done and what they've done at Stelomare is really, really smart. Is they've made it the exact amount of qualifying PV for you. So I think it's somewhere around about 60, 70 PV. And then with your Influencer or Influencer Pro membership, which is 30 or 40 PV, you're qualified every month. So as long as you're staying qualified as an influencer or Influencer Pro, perhaps you're ordering your Stelomare every month, you are qualified at 100 PV. So if you order it right now, you're still going to have to order it again in October, which might be okay because you want all your family members on it. But as a business strategy to be smart, it may be just worth getting this information into your brain right now, getting it into your friends and family, getting it into your team members ready for huge purchases in October. And Kelly's also made it really, really attractive, to buy 2 bottles or 3 or 4 or 5 and get one free. So there's some incentive there, which Kelly will take us through. So just keep that in mind, guys, that go check out the products, go have a look at the store, understanding that the template that's there right now is going to be continuously changing every week or two. And so, at Christmas time, we'll have Christmas colors and Christmas specials, and at Easter. And so they can chop out the templates any which way they like. As more and more products come in, the template will change. As more and more products come in, we'll have product categories. And so you'll be able to search by category. At the moment, there might be 10, 12 products in there. Every single day, there'll be more and more products added. In October, don't worry, you'll be able to order your Stelomare if you're in Australia, Canada, or US. Kelly will probably do some announcements today that he's speaking. It might be a bit premature, but he is speaking to an international shipping company. So within weeks, within the month of October, there will be, other countries added as well. And we'll continue to add other countries for this particular product all around the world very, very quickly as that comes into fruition as well. Also, digital products, you'll see over the next 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, there'll be some really cool digital products uploaded into the Shoply marketplace, which again, you can purchase for the month of October if you don't have products being shipped to the Philippines or shipped to Norway. And then, of course, what we're wanting to do is always gather those local products for your marketplace anyway. So there's just a few housekeeping items. I want to talk to you a little bit about this product, Stelomare. We're going to introduce the founder, the owner, who's got the rights to the formulation, Mr. Kelly Baggett. Kelly is a good friend of mine. I actually know him from my last company in Jeunesse. We built together in different teams, but we were on stage together, joking backstage together, getting nervous backstage together, traveling the world, nearly dying in India together. And so we've done the rounds in business before. He's a guy that I trust. He's a guy that I respect. And he's been super flexible with this product. He gave me a call and said, hey, I'm launching this product into Shoply. Do you think your team would be interested in this? And I went, what is it? And within 5 minutes, I'm like, this is going to be huge. I mean, you would launch a network marketing company that would go to $1 billion with this one product. And so for you guys that don't understand what telomeres are, stem cells are, antioxidants, free radicals, perhaps you haven't been down the health track or the next level of health. I kind of call this next level wellness. We're winding back the clock here. So I'll let Kelly talk to you guys more about those details. But I mean, if you're healthy, your weight is healthy, you're not smoking, you're not drinking, you're eating organics, you're going to be in pretty good condition. But it's really hard to have optimal health today, just literally with the pH of our soil and over farming and the chemicals in the air. And we need to be protecting ourselves against these free radicals. Think about it like a meteor shower that's bombarding your cells, bombarding your body every single day. just by walking down the street with car fumes, just with the chemicals in the air, the pesticides on our food. We've got free radicals that are bouncing around. Now, obviously, the more unhealthy you are, the more overweight, the more you smoke, the more you drink, the worse food you eat, the more free radicals are bombarding you. And our cells are forever trying to protect against that. This product is going to be like sending in the National Guard to protect your cells. Righto, guys, we're here. We're going to protect your cells against all these free radicals. Now, of course, the better healthy lifestyle you lead, the more that's helping this product and the National Guard come in to protect your cells. Telomeres are basically the tick-tock. It's the number one way to really test how you're aging. And the great analogy of this, that the little tips and the smooth section on the end of your chromosomes that protects our chromosomes. So think about them like the end of your shoelace. The more smooth they are, the longer they are, and the better condition they are, the better your shoelace looks. Now, if your shoelace looks like my 10-year-old school sneakers, he's on his like fifth pair of shoelaces. The end of his shoelaces are all frayed. It's going everywhere. I'm putting it in my mouth and twisting it to try and get it in the hole to do his shoelaces up. That's a bad looking shoelace. Now, if the end of your chromosomes look the same, then you are aging badly. Your health is at risk. You are aging prematurely. And if we were to test the telomeres, the tips at the end of your chromosomes, to see what they would look like compared to that shoelace, we would be able to gather how well you're aging. You know, if you're 45 and your telomeres are really, really short, you would need to make some lifestyle changes pretty quickly. If you're 45 and your telomeres are looking really, really strong, really smooth, really long, you're aging pretty well. This product, again, is going to help to slow down the shortening of those telomeres, so extend life, extend health, and even re-lengthen those telomeres as well. At the same time, it's helping to produce and heal and protect and replenish our stem cells, the most important cell in our body. So it's a 3-in-1, protecting us from free radicals, re-lengthening our telomeres, and protecting and regrowing our stem cells, the most important cell in our body if you haven't looked at what stem cells can do. So that's a 3-in-1. In my last company, we had a product that could protect against the decreasing size of our telomeres, and it was a huge seller. They then brought out a product that could re-lengthen, you know, technically and scientifically, we could say re-lengthen telomeres. We had a product that could protect against free radicals, and they were all huge, huge sellers all around the world. The company did $1.5 billion, you know, in 6-7 years. This product is a 3-in-1. It does it all for a fraction of the price. So I'm going to hand it over to you now, Kelly, to talk a little bit about the specifics of Stelomare, the shipping, the formulation, the story behind it. Brother, are you there?
Yes, man. Thank you so much, Aaron. I appreciate it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you, can hear you well. We've got 63 on right now. And I know the feedback I've got just from little posts here and there are like, oh my God, I just want this for my personal well-being. I've been researching telomere stem cells, but I know this would fly really well for my team. I'm going to go build this, you know, with this one product. And so the reception has been really well, especially for people that understand the science, but there'll be a lot of new people on too that are learning about, you know, telomeres for the first time. So super excited to hear about this product.
All right, excellent. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks so much, Aaron. Yeah, we had a blast in Jeunesse. That was a fun run. It's unfortunate, you know, some of these, like my first company, I'll kind of give everybody a little bit of my story. I was a traditional business owner. I grew up in Southern California. I lived in Newport Beach for the last 14 years, and then 2 years ago, I moved to Las Vegas. The taxes in California, it's the most beautiful state, but the taxes are insane. So I used to own a mortgage company. I had a construction company, an e-commerce company. And in 2007, the rug got yanked out from underneath me. If everyone remembers back when it was tent city across the United States, the bubble had popped, mortgage was dead, real estate was dead. And so were all three of my businesses. They went from doing extremely well to losing money. So I've always been a guy that I'm not married to my businesses. I'm married to relationships. Relationships mean more to me than anything. And I think that's why when I had to transition, I had to pivot in 2007. I did asset sales, got rid of all my businesses. I was introduced to Monavie. And I don't know if anyone here remembers Monavie. It was an incredibly expensive fruit juice. And it was like $240 for 2 cases, auto ship. And I treated it like a business, right? That's one of the things that Aaron and I have always been aligned on. And I see Travis Flattery here too, and this guy's a superstar in the industry. His name and reputation is incredible. So when you have entrepreneurs that understand business, whether it's traditional business or it's network marketing, and you treat it like a real business and you work it every day, compounded over time, you can't help but to win and succeed, right? It's the results that you net day in and day out that build what this magic word called momentum. And so I understood that right away when I got into Monavie. I didn't know what to say, I didn't know what to do, but I knew that I needed entrepreneurs, right? People that understand business would see this from a business perspective, right? You work from home, you work when you want, how you want, wherever you want in the world. You make your own schedule. You have no employees, you have no overhead, you have no workers' comp, no general liability, and you get tons of tax write-offs. So having a home-based business is absolutely incredible. And so I love the business model of direct sales, network marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever you want to call it. I love this business model. It is the fastest way that someone can change their circumstances financially. And so when I got into Monavie, didn't know what to say, said all the wrong things, did all the wrong things, found a mentor, and that mentor in the business told me I did everything wrong. Says, go back, be passionate about your product, be passionate about the opportunity, and don't try to bully people into signing up, right? And that's what I did. I just came full court press. Hey, here's the paper. You move the pen. Let's go. And kind of backfired on me. But as soon as I met with him, 9 months later, I was Royal Black Diamond, making almost $300,000 a month. It was an unbelievable run. Then, unfortunately, the owners made some mistakes in that company. I knew the company was gonna be sold, lost, whatever you want to call it. I found Jeunesse Global, and Jeunesse was really eye-opening for me. It was anti-aging, right? And in business, the trend is your friend. And I'm sure a lot of you've heard that saying. But when you catch a trend and you ride that trend till the wheels fall off, you cannot help but to win and succeed and make a ton of money. And everyone here, I'm sure, has different goals, right? Some people are on here, like, I just want to be healthy. Other people on here, I want to make $500. I want to make $1,000. And then there's going to be some people, I want to make 50 to 100,000 a month, right? Everyone has different goals, but you can achieve those goals. And especially with the Shopee opportunity, this is unique. It's new. It's different. It's a new trend, right? And I believe, and Aaron and I are very aligned on this, the multi-level marketing space has to evolve and change. The way that it was going, it wasn't working anymore. People are tired and they're burned out of having to pitch, prospect, recruit, close, right? With Shopee, it's more kind of like an Amazon concept. Everyone needs products. Everyone needs products. Everyone buys products. That's why Amazon is a trillion-dollar, company. And so when you have Shopee with the business model that it is right now, with vendors like me that are providing unique and different products, and you have an opportunity to buy products for yourself and share with others and make a commission on, that's like you being an Amazon customer and getting paid ridiculous referrals to refer other people to Amazon when people are buying things that they need in their daily life every day in and day out. So I love the concept of Shopee, and I'll bring it together. Is when I was in Monavie and when I was in Jeunesse, both owners ran those companies into the ground for whatever reason. It's a sad story. Aaron and I used to talk about it. Jeunesse should have been a legacy company. They were doing over $1 billion a year, billionaire. Should have been a legacy company, kind of like an Amway. And unfortunately, it wasn't. And so I think with this new kind of trend that Shopee is creating, I think this thing's going to run forever. And a lot of you can be your final destination, right? And it's your mindset that will make you or break you in this type of industry. And a lot of times what I see is people get discouraged. Well, I shared this with this person, they don't want to buy it. I shared this, they don't want to buy it. Well, guess what? It's a numbers game, right? And a lot of people are going to say, this isn't sales. Everything in life isn't sales. If you had a job and you had to go interview for a new job, you're selling that interviewer why they should hire you. Everything in life is sales. You just have to be extraordinary at it. You got to sharpen your saw, sharpen your skills, and be the best that you can be at it to achieve the goals that you set out to do. So in Jeunesse, I actually sold my downline in 2018. I saw the writing on the wall, and I exited out of the industry for many years. But a couple years ago, about 2 years ago, I always watch the trends. And in the trend I saw, if any of you've ever gone to businessforhome.org, you can see the top ranking companies, right? The top 3 companies right now globally all have a stem cell product. And so I started looking at stem cells, the hottest thing right now. Gary Brecka, big famous guy in the US, is talking about it. Dana White's talking about it. Tony Robbins is talking about it. Everybody's talking about it because, especially in the US, a lot of you are fortunate you don't live in the US. Our food, they're poisoning us with our foods. Our foods are absolutely toxic, full of chemicals. That talk about depopulating the world. They're starting with the US. They're killing us with the foods that we're eating. They're chemtrails everywhere in the sky. I mean, it's insanity what's going on in the United States right now. And so a lot of people right now are gravitating toward a healthier lifestyle and supplements that can heal their bodies from the inside out, right? And so about 18 months ago, I got really serious. And my business partner, who's also, I met in Montevideo, he's a top leader in the industry. And we started looking for stem cell scientists. And we started interviewing stem cell scientists. And we were kind of blown away when we came across the gentleman that we ended up working out and buying his formula, the brand, the name, everything, because his previous product only did one of the 3 things that this product does. It was the ARE side. And that product in the last 17 years has sold almost $2.5 billion in sales. Now, you cannot do that with a normal product because people get product fatigue, right? If anyone on the Zoom has had experience in direct sales, affiliate sales, most people get product fatigue within 90 days to 6 months, and then they quit. They're off the product and they're on to something else. This other product that he created had over 25 peer-reviewed public studies done on it, published studies, and the product was clinically proven to reduce oxidative stress in the body. Well, that's where a lot of chronic diseases start from. And so when we started talking to him, that Zoom that I thought would be maybe 30 to 45 minutes was over 2.5 hours. And when he talked about the science about stem cells and activating your own stem cells and how cell signaling is unbelievable from the inside out. And then how Aaron talked about it, how you can protect the end caps of your chromosomes, which are the telomeres, and you can reduce the oxidative stress, which is the free radicals that are constantly attacking us internally. We have a video. I'm not sure if Aaron has posted the video yet, but we have a product video that really explains this well. It is 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So sometimes people they're like, come on already. But if you really take the time and watch the 3 minutes, 40 seconds, it really explains what this product does. It's 3 things all working synergistically in your body at the same time. Now, when you're able to diffuse the oxidative stress in your body, which is the free radicals, they're constantly, it's like Pac-Man, the old game, Pac-Man. Imagine Pac-Man eating your healthy cells in your body. This is what causes aging. And what's happening is people in their 50s, this is why their immune system is breaking down. Their body, their own defense system in their body isn't working like it did when they were younger in their 20s and 30s, when they had billions of healthier cells, right? Trillions of healthier cells. And so what's happening in 50s is your immune system cannot fight off, disease like it could before. So in 50s, people are getting chronic illness, chronic disease, cancer, and so on and so forth. Now, this product is not designed or meant to treat, cure, or prevent a disease or illness. It is strictly combating the free radicals and the anti-aging process. So we don't make any claims that this product is going to treat, cure, prevent a disease or illness. So I want to make sure that you guys all pass the same message. I don't want to see any of you get in any trouble. But I will explain a little bit of the science. So this is what our formulator, and I have a video too that I'll send Aaron of our formulator breaking this down. We have over 30 trillion cells in our body, but we only have 50,000 to 200,000 adult stem cells in our body. Now I'm 52 years old, so I've got, tens of thousands of dormant adult stem cells, right? They're not functioning like they were. The scientist that created this product says that we peak at aging at 25. From 25 on, we start aging. That's an absolute fact. And so what this product does is it wakes up. It's like a cascading effect, kind of like what Aaron talked about. You have an army now in your body when you take one capsule of Stelomare, and it's waking up your dormant stem cells, your adult stem cells, getting them to communicate with each other like they did back in your 20s. Now, that's one of the three. The second thing is it's combating and killing the free radicals in your body that are attacking your cells. So this is why it targets the telomeres. It's protecting the end caps of your chromosomes, which are the telomeres. And kind of like, I just watched Tony Robbins. This might have been a month ago. Tony Robbins, I think he said he was 61 or 62. That's his age, but his biological age that he is internally is 51. And so, you know, and that's exactly what Aaron talked about. You can test what your age is from the size and the length of your telomeres, which is pretty crazy, right? So the science behind this product, the scientists worked on it and developed it for 12 years. And he's not a sales guy. I've been in sales forever. So is my business partner. This is why we jumped at the opportunity to basically buy the rights to it. And obviously he gets an override of everything we sell. But we recognized right away that a 3-in-1, and it's priced right for the masses, this product could be a multi-billion-dollar product. And so from a business perspective, we dove right into it. Now, kind of what Aaron said, I want to touch on it. Like, we had a product in Jeunesse called Finity. They sold that product. What was that? $149.99, Aaron? $150, right? And so that's one product, right? That was Finity. If you look at a product called Stem Regen, it's a stem cell activator. That gentleman who we interviewed, that scientist, he sells that for $185. And then if you go to LifeVantage and you look at the Pro Tandem, that's $70. So if you combined all three, you're looking at $400 just to have these three. We wanted to price it to where everyone in the world can afford it because they need it. And so we priced it at $99. But what we've done with Shopley is we're paying out 80 BV on it. But I think I'm a little confused on the comp plan. I haven't really dove into it too much. I think eight of those PV go up, and then the rest, is that accurate, Aaron? You're on mute.
Yeah, so part of it goes to a direct bonus for the affiliate. Some of it becomes a qualified volume. So for us to be qualified each month, and then the other part of the volume goes upline all the way through the comp plan. Yeah. But if you go into shopley.com and you click on Stelomare, up the top there, it'll break down the qualified PV, direct bonus, and upline PV. It'll all be there for you guys. Yeah.
So the value proposition is $400 for $99, but we're paying out significant PV. And we have a 1 bottle. You can buy 1 bottle, 2 bottle, 3 bottle, 4 bottle, but we do offer 5 bottle special because it pays out 400 BV. So 5 bottle, 400 PV. Is it BV, PV? What are they calling it, Shopley?
Yeah, qualified volume or group volume. Yes, same.
Okay. So if you buy 5 bottles, you get 1 bottle free. If you buy 10 bottles, you get 2 bottles free. 10 bottles, still 800 PV. And then you get 2 bottles free. So we've designed it to where you can actually really push volume in your teams. I know, and Aaron knows this too, we had teams in India, we had teams in Asia, we had teams all over the world. And what happens is a lot of times, and this is why we kind of designed a big package, is in Asia specifically, is my team would buy bulk and then they would resell it at full value. So that way they made money in the comp plan and they made money outside of the comp plan. And so India was the same way. Aaron and I have some interesting India stories. And I mean, I've been all over India, I've been all over Asia, been all over Europe. And so we wanted to create a product to really motivate people to get the word out and build your business behind it. And Aaron talked about that. This product is a product that you can build an entire company around. I will tell you this, like Aaron talked about, we are launching Australia, US, Canada right now. It's available. But I had a Zoom with an international shipping company today. It was a very positive Zoom. I'm going to start with 15 countries. Some are going to be in the EU, UK, Asia, Netherlands, and the Philippines. I don't want to overpromise and then underdeliver. I'd rather underdeliver So I don't want to give a timeline on that, but it's going to be as quick as humanly possible. Like as fast as I can sign their contract and they do the due diligence, they have to make sure that I don't have any banned ingredients in any of those countries. And then I need to figure out the VAT tax and shipping. So sometime in October, maybe toward the end of October, hopefully I can launch 15 more countries, and then every month we'll be adding more countries. The other thing I want to share is I have a secondary product. It is a Stelomare cofactor product. So people that have an unhealthy diet or an unhealthy lifestyle, the cofactor product, which will be even less expensive, but I'm going to pay out a massive amount of BV on it, PV. Cofactor, we're going to launch that in January. And that is going to really escalate the results that you'll get off Stelomare. And then in February, March, I'm going to launch my last product. I will only have 3 products. And that is a molecular hydrogen product, which is clinically proven to pass through the blood-brain barrier. And so a lot of times, you know, people are getting Alzheimer's, dementia, all these other chronic illnesses. This product, I won't make any medical claims, but the science behind it is absolutely insane. So those are the only 3 products that we're ever going to have. And we're launching those between January and March. So that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any questions?
There's a few questions just coming through. Yeah, Des, so we'll roll it out to all these countries like what Kelly said, as it becomes available for him. This is not an exclusive deal with Shopley, and so that's why we want to get in and run with this, because we want this to be the place that people know to come and get this product. But yeah, same prices. Absorption rates, I don't know whether you go too much into that, Kelly. I mean, I know some people dive into those things with nutrition. We get this X factor, but only 30% gets absorbed. Have you done any sort of tests or conversations with the formulator around absorption?
Yes. So there's 640 milligrams in our product. And the scientist said it's about 200 milligrams more than our body actually needs. But because of absorption and how it goes through your digestive system, that this product will work for anyone. And so that's the best I can answer now without making any claims.
And a question here from Deb, that new product you were talking about, or even the other products, could that all be interacted with Stelomare and be a 4-in-1 or a 5-in-1? I mean, sometimes certain ingredients can and can't before they stop working, but yeah, have you gone down that track?
Yeah, so the same scientist that we have for Stelomare has also developed the cofactor. And so both products he spent 12 years on and doing the research and the clinical studies through that. But what he is saying is that those work synergistically together. We have not done any studies on the molecular hydrogen product, taking that with Stelomare, because they're completely 2 separate different products. I know for me, I take Stelomare right when I wake up every morning on an empty stomach. And I will take the molecular hydrogen product around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And the doctor that created the molecular hydrogen product, he will put an incredible video together explaining the science behind that, why it works, and how it affects our body.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's correct, Deb. You can buy it now if you want to, but I would strategically, yeah, buy it in October to qualify your business with an incredible product. So yeah, you do not need to buy any product in September in terms of the Shopley comp plan. Is it TGA approved? So we're working through that. It's kind of like always, right? And so every country and every state has all these different regulations. And so, you know, Kelly said to me, hey, you know, what sort of volume will your team go for this? And it'll come down to whether it's worth. So the answer is no, it's not TGA approved yet. But you know, if we can get sales up, we get volume up, then that makes it worth, you know, Kelly's time, Stelomare's time to, you know, dive into that process. We already have consultants and, you know, a GM here that can help with that process pretty quickly. But anything you want to add to that, Kelly?
No, it's exactly right. We will get the product legally registered through a TGA approved inside of Australia. I would much rather manufacture it there, just as cut down on shipping, right? So if you guys can build a significant team in Australia, I'm all for having a manufacturer there and then having a fulfillment center there, ship it out. Way cheaper for you guys.
And that's the thing, guys, is this is why I love with this product. I mean, to me, it's an X factor product. It's a game-changing formulation, and I'm all about that with next level health. Number two is it's extremely generous what Kelly's done with the volume. And so to build your business around this, you know that your team are going to get testimonials and it's just going to spread word of mouth, but you're going to make bank in the comp plan, guys. And this is just smart product to build with based on the volume. And then thirdly is Kelly's just being super flexible with everything. And so it's a dream for me in Shopley to work with someone like Kelly. And I said, look, I just want to find a couple of products that I can work with the formulator, with the owners to be flexible with everything that we're doing, kind of like running your own network marketing company without all the headaches and the overheads. And that we can, we can be flexible with price and volume. And then you try and go to a company owner or a CEO and say, hey, TGA approval. Hey, can we get it manufactured in Australia? Hey, can we get it shipped in Australia? And they're always got the same answer. And the people that are on the Philippines know this, that, oh, they want control. They don't want to ship it. And it's always that expensive shipping, always that conversion of US dollars and so forth. What I love about this is, hey, go build a team, go get some volume. And then, hey, I'm happy to manufacture it in Australia, TGA approved, and we'll ship it out for $8 instead of $24, $34. And so it's a process, guys. Like with everything, let's build the business, let's get the runs on the board, and then it can be super flexible. We can repeat the same process in the Philippines. Stock us, local shipping, local product. But we have to get the runs on the board first to make it viable to be able to do those things. So it's really up to me. It's up to you guys on how local and how much momentum you want to build with this product.
I see some questions here about marketing assets. You can go to my website, stelomare.com, and steal whatever you want off the website as far as marketing assets. We have videos. We have videos on YouTube. Actually, you know what? I think we made those private. We don't want any issues with the FTC, but I can send Aaron 3 different videos. We have a sizzle video, which is like, I think 30 seconds. We have a 55-second video, and then we have the full video. But any assets that you have on that, I'll send Aaron another 4-page doc on that for marketing material. We can do that. Now, we did just add the label, our shipping label, not the shipping label, but the label with all the ingredients. We already had a question on ingredients. And then I saw a question here as well. We will not do any clinical trials on our product. And the reason being is the scientist, his previous product that's done over 2.5 billion in sales, or almost 2.5 billion, they did do clinical trials. And when you do that, you have to publish your exact milligrams on your ingredients. 3 other companies stole and copied it and just called it something else. We will protect our formula at all costs, but we have 13 ingredients. If you go to the NIH, the US government website, also Wikipedia, and you Google each ingredient, it'll blow you away what these ingredients say. I mean, a lot of them fight cancer cells, a lot of it. And so that's where we're not going to give away our internal science on it, because it would give away basically some of the most important ingredients and their milligrams, to where we don't want people copying our formula. We need to protect it. And that's what happens right now in our society globally. Everyone's out to steal someone else's idea, steal someone else's product, call it something else, private label it. And we don't want to do that. We want a unique product that will change people's lives. I will tell you this, we have had unbelievable testimonials come in off this product. I don't want to make medical claims because this is being recorded, but you will experience, when you start sharing this product with your family, your friends, associates, and you building out a business with this, the testimonials that are going to come back to you are going to blow you away. And I'll just leave it at that.
And that's how I know you'll build a great business with this product, guys. So we'll get marketing assets. And so, we'll have, and look, we can build funnels all around just this one product, for example, as a team. So the 30-second sizzle video that goes into the 3-minute 40 video that then goes into, a presentation. We can do all that. Kelly's happy to come on and just do, a 30 to 60-minute presentation just on this one product, not just for our team, but also for customers out there in the world. So your mum, dad, your friends, family, they're going to want to buy this product as a customer. And if you look at the compensation plan, you need 5 customers, 10 customers, 15 customers in the comp plan in order to qualify, probably from October onwards. And so you want to have just customers buying this product as well. So we can do, you know, presentations all around that, funnels around that, videos, the ingredients, the scientific studies. We'll provide all of that for you guys. Kelly, would there be a little bit more information on the actual Shockley website itself? Because that's a pretty brief description. It doesn't really sell it on there, like even just minimal having the ingredients and so forth, a little bit more info on the actual Shockley site.
Well, I mean, if you go to a vendor portal, they don't give you a lot of space to input stuff on there. There's this, like, this is a work in progress, right? I mean, this is new for Shopley. It's new for everybody, right? This is the new way of building a direct sales type Amazon, you know, marketplace. So as a vendor, there's not a lot of options for us to add things. I'm going to send Aaron 3 different videos. I'm going to send Aaron a 4-page deck, marketing deck. I'll give some assets to Aaron. I really want to, like, I loved Aaron. Aaron and I were cross-line in Jeunesse, but we saw each other at all the big events. We traveled all over the world together, and we share a lot of common stories. And so I really wanted to help him, but I wanted to work with him too. Like, if you guys have big events, I'll come speak at a big event. You know, I want to be a part of the growth. I want to be a part of this movement. And so I'm here. Like, anyone needs anything, I'm here, and I want to help all of you win.
Absolutely. So I can picture our retreats that we're doing, health retreats. Kelly's there with Stelomare. I can talk about, you know, events that we're running all around the world, and Kelly's there. It just, look, it's our job to market this product. It's Kelly's job to ship it to us. And so, you know, by the time someone's ready to purchase, it's not like, hey, here's the link to Stelomare. And they're like, what is this product? I just go to the website and buy it. People go there and they're like, still don't know what this is. It's our job to talk about telomeres and stem cells and free radicals. Our job to market it. It's our job to brand ourselves. It's our job to get that like and trust with our peers. That's what network marketing is. That's our role. Kelly's role is to ship it as quickly as possible and to provide the formulas. So yeah, by the time people go there to buy it, they're sold on it. Their belief is there. They've seen the testimonials. They've seen the assets. So we'll build out those assets and those funnels and the marketing. We'll run Zooms. We'll record stuff. And again, doing it all safely without making the claims, which I think most of the guys have been around long enough to understand that. How does it work for affiliates? Yeah, same way. So the whole Shockley platform, you can put this through your team, volume. Affiliates can market this outside of Shockley and they'll get paid the direct bonus. Yes, so it's all up and running, ready to go there.
I see. What is manufacturing time? We have plenty of inventory in stock right now. If we were to get bombarded and we sold 10 or 20,000, then obviously we place a new order immediately. It's about a 4-week turnaround time, but we should be able to stay ahead of that trend. The one thing I do want to mention too is, and this is huge because, you know, Aaron and I, you know, went through this with Jeunesse. Jeunesse had an unusually high retention rate, right, for products. So the auto ship rate was pretty high, much higher than Monavie. And when you have great products, people don't click off auto ship. Even if they decide not to build, they're going to be loyal to that product. And my product is one of those products that you cannot put a price tag on your health, right? Most people don't want to spend any money on their health until something's wrong. But I think the mindset is shifting on that. I think now people are more inclined to be like, hey, I'm looking at preventative maintenance. I know the air I'm breathing isn't good. I know the food I'm eating isn't great. There's pesticides in the food. There's this or that. I got a lot of stress in my life. So for $99, you're going to see an unusually high retention rate, which is incredible. So when you think about this type of product, especially being a 3-in-1 and it's 3 major things that your body needs, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised that your paycheck is going to be week in and week out, month in and month out, and it's going to stay very consistent.
Absolutely. And that comes down to 2 things, and that's education and belief. And that's one thing Jeunesse did really, really well, is they would put these doctors on stage and they were not public speakers. You know, they're nerdy doctor guys, but when they spoke with authority, and those 1,000 people, the 3,000 people in the room were just like, I'm sold on this product. I need to have it. I don't care if I build the business or not, I'm taking this product. And so that's what we'll provide. You know, we need to provide the education with people with their health and what's happening, what are telomeres, what are stem cells, what is free radicals, and why Stelomare can help to give them, you know, a long, happy, healthy life. And so it's education and it's belief. And if people are educated on what's happening in their body and they believe in Stelomare, and it's a qualified auto ship every single month, you're going to get a really sticky business with high volume and high commissions. And so again, it's our job, it's Kelly's job, it's your job to get the education, belief, and marketing out there. Yeah, exactly
Gotcha.
right, Becky. And yes, Des will definitely do that all day long. I see people, they enroll leaders and they duplicate the business, but I've also seen people, particularly, over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years of, getting the Stelomare product, turn on their TikTok, turn on their Instagram, and they're unpacking the box as they're live. And they're talking about Stelomare and they're taking a tablet and they're talking about telomeres and they've got an audience live that are going, oh, wow, that sounds great. Or they're running Facebook ads to a funnel and they're putting in 1,000 customers a month because they know how to do these online skills now, both with social media, funnels, paid advertising. You can do that all day long with Shoply, and the comp plan is going to really reward you for doing that. So yeah, we can unfold all of those assets for you guys over time. Yep, Reserve was a good one. So this will replace that, and Affinity and AMPM. Pay the farmer now, not the doctor later. Love it, Becky. Jump on to the shoply.com, Abby. It'll tell you the direct bonus for affiliates. I think it's like $8 or something like that. But have a look on the website there. Any other questions, guys, for Kelly while we've got him here? Get them done over the next 60 seconds, and then we'll just finish off with some other housekeeping and up-to-date things that I want to chat about. But we really appreciate you coming on. Great turnout here. I know the people are pumped for this product. And I know that I'm going to get bombarded with the question. And as you are, when's my country? When's my country? When's my country? And so that will happen pretty quickly. Like Kelly said, let's not put a date on that. The process is the process. But, Kelly's vision is to ship this globally. The next countries that will come on for shipping will be sooner than later. And so, for the month of October, the majority of people here will be looked after. There's always ways around that. But also from a Shoply point of view, there'll be other products available and digital assets and so forth. Let's build out the products in your local area, get Stelomare in your country. And guys, I can tell you right now that, Shoply will be a multi-billion-dollar company, but we can take this company to $1 billion in the next 5 years with this one product. And some teams are going to do that. Other teams will focus on another product. But you can start to imagine if we take it to $1 billion with this one product and other teams taking it to $1 billion with that product, that's where it all adds up together. I'm a big fan of simplicity in this industry. I'm a big fan of duplication, keeping it all simple. I don't want to market 20 products to the marketplace and to the team. I want to focus on 1, 2, 3 great products, particularly originally. And so for a lot of reasons that you guys have found out tonight or this morning, this is why I wanted to focus on this product, because it will be X factor, it's well priced, there's good commissions through the comp plan, and we'll ship globally pretty quickly. So it makes a lot of sense to focus on this, and your friends and family and your team members are going to be thanking you no end once they've tried this product. 30, 60, 90 days, give it a chance to kick in and work. We're going to get some great testimonials.
So Aaron, I want to, you just touched on someone I really want to say, and I'm sure Travis would agree, as the massive leader that he is as well. So all of you, I absolutely implore you and encourage you to find 3 products on Shoply and stick with those 3 and promote only those 3. There's another MLM company that had over 1,000 SKUs, and I'm telling you, it confused the heck out of everyone. And as new people came on, they're like, look at this, look at that, and they quit. They quit right away. And I have intimate knowledge of that company, and I don't want to mention the company name, but it's a mess. And so I will implore you, encourage you, pick 3 products that you absolutely love and just teach duplication. If you teach duplication, your business is going to soar, it's going to skyrocket, and you will have very little attrition. It's when you start throwing mud against the wall of a ton of different products and you confuse your new people, you're going to see them click off auto ship and they're out, they're gone. And so don't confuse your team. Keep it simple.
100%. I know the company that you're talking about, and then there's another one quite similar, was in the same sort of trouble. 12 months ago, all the leadership got together, cross line, up line, down line, all the different leaders got together and they focused on one product, and it was a hormone drop you put in, so you lose weight with this, and the product works really well. And their sales went up 295%. Their ranks went through the roof. Their retention went through the roof because they focused on one product. And so the science is there. It's a psychology, and it's not just that retention. and the quitting, but it's also people joining. When you do a presentation and you show the 200 products that Shoply have, there's indecision. When you show 1, 2, 3 products, they're like, hey, yeah, I can do this. I can hone in on that product. So it's proven. But what I love about Shoply is I can do that with a leader with jewelry. I can do that with a leader with skincare. I can do that with a leader with nutrition. And they can all go and do the same theory of niching in the things that they love. What I also understand is we're going to go to the service station to fill up with gas, which is one product, very niche. And I know people are walking out with chewy gum, a bottle of water, and a cherry ripe. And that's what's going to happen at Shoply too. And you'll see your volume go through the roof. So you'll have stickiness, simplicity, duplication. People are going to buy their Stelomare, but just as they're about to check out, they're like, oh, I like this bit of jewelry. I might just grab that for my daughter's birthday as well. And they're walking out of that gas station with the extras, and that bumps your volume and your commissions up. So I love how, as long as we are aware and smart and how to build and duplicate with the psychology of it, and you lead that way, Shoply will take care of the rest for you. Love it. Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for your questions. Thanks for jumping on, Kelly. We'll wind it up with some housekeeping, and we'll get you back on a future date and look forward to working together. Thanks, brother.
Likewise. Thank you all so much for your time. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Awesome, guys. Excited to, I'm just really excited to personally try the product and get it in you, because I understand, what that can do. Any other questions, let us know. Travis, if you're there, love to hear your thoughts on this product and everything that's unwinding with Shoply at the moment.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is what comes to mind. So you guys listen to this right here. This is, everybody remember this? Come on, you guys remember the song, right? Come on, you guys all know the Cher song, If I Could Turn Back Time. Think about it. If you could turn back time, if you knew that you could turn back time, would you do it? Every single one of us. I mean, think about the money that is spent, Aaron, on just the beauty industry and the cosmetic industry and the plastic surgeries and all of the things that we do. And I say we because men do it too. Don't think that I haven't gotten Botox on my forehead, because I have, I'm getting, I don't want those lines up there, but think about all the money that is spent on those type of things. And then you have a preventative product that comes along that's far better for you. And that to me is extremely intriguing. And somebody said it earlier, and I love it, but preventative health is so much more expensive or cost effective than sick care. I read something just this morning that I thought was interesting, and it went along with this. I saved it because I knew we were going to have this call. There was a researcher that said if we reverse aging, these diseases that are prevalent should no longer happen. If we can figure out scientifically how to reverse the aging, then we can essentially start to eliminate a lot of the diseases that are happening. And again, I'm not making any claims, but at the end of the day, I think that we would all want to see that happening within our own bodies. And so I'm really, really excited about the product. I also do believe that simplicity is duplicity in this business. And so I love that. I think that this is going to be a fantastic anchor product. It's going to be an all-star product that we continue to lead with and bring people into Shoply with, and ultimately get them exposed to everything else that's available. So I love it. I think it's a great product, and I'm super excited about it. I know Kelly, he's a stand-up guy, legend in the industry, and I think it's going to be fun to work with him. He knows what we need from a marketing and tool perspective and what the field and our audience needs from an education standpoint. So I think it'll be a really good synergistic relationship.
Awesome, brother. And we'll just keep you on there. We'll go back and forth on a few things. Guys, if you look on your Shoply website, my.shoply.com, you'll notice that there's around about 24 hours until the next cycle ticks over. So on your website, you've got a countdown timer that runs from midnight Wednesday to midnight Tuesday every single week. And that's our weekly cycle where, the matrix gets calculated, the direct bonuses get paid and so forth. And so right now there's maybe a little bit over 24 hours to go on that one. The interesting part about the significance of this week counting down to zero is what Nick spoke about on the last Zoom, is every 4 weeks, the matrix is going to get cleaned out from the original timestamp people. So trying to explain this can be a little bit confusing to people in terms of timestamp and the matrix. I did a video on it yesterday, and I reckon I took 10 goes before I'm like, I think that makes sense. So the way to kind of word it for you guys is, if you have people that have clicked on your free link like 4 or 5 weeks ago, at the end of this week, they will be cleared out of the matrix completely. And that lead then goes back into the public marketplace somebody else can enroll them. They lose the front seats of the stadium. They're okay, we're in the VIP seats. We're getting drinks brought to us. We're getting massages. We're getting everything in this concert, right? We're already in there. Now, the people that clicked on the free link 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, along the same time as us, they're still in the stadium. So they're not in the seats yet. They can't watch the concert, but they're hanging out in the foyer, but they've still got a timestamp. So if they were to walk up to the cashier and say, hey, I'm ready to upgrade to an Influencer Pro, they'll look at your timestamp and they'll go, oh, you actually clicked on that timestamp 4 weeks ago. Okay, you're ready to upgrade. We're going to put you in the front row. So there's a couple of seats left in the front row. This whole stadium is getting filled up again within the next 24 hours. So we'll put you up the front. Now, the next person goes up there to the cashier and says, hey, I'm ready to upgrade to Influencer Pro. They'll go, okay, let's have a look at your timestamp. Oh, you clicked on this 4 days ago. That's okay. We're going to put you into the stadium. There's seats still left in the concert, but you're just going to have to go, back up in the nosebleeds a little bit. But at least you're in there. You're in the concert. At the end of this week, those people that clicked on it 4 or 5 weeks ago, they get kicked out of the whole stadium. They're now back behind the locked gates and the fences. They have to go and find a new ticket at Ticketek. They have to go and get the ticket again to be even let into the stadium to then upgrade at the cashier, and they'll get a nosebleed seat, right? They're right back in the beginning. And so your timestamp still matters, whether it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, they'll still look at first in, best dressed. And at the end of this week is when those old ones, 4, 5, 6, they all get cleaned out. They have to go buy a ticket again, and other people can enroll them. They're no longer connected to you. And so for me, I've gone back and had a look at my 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago people with the conversations that I've said, hey, how's it all traveling? Here's an update on Shoply. Just letting you know that this week is a significant week. You've still got a really early timestamp. If things have changed, if finances have changed, it'd be really in your best interest to, upgrade before the end of this week. And so that's how it's going to continue to work every week, every fortnight, every month, and then every quarter. It does the same thing. Obviously, at the end of the month, it does a big clean out, but at the end of every 90 days, for the people that have upgraded, if you haven't qualified for that month, that's okay. You stay in the matrix. But if you haven't qualified for 3 months in a row, you will also get kicked out of the matrix and you have to come back in again. And so that happens every 90 days. Every 4 weeks, it's the people that haven't upgraded. Hope that starts to make a bit of sense and paint the picture of it all. Travis, any insights onto that one? Did that analogy work for you?
Yeah, it did. It's good. I like the concert analogy. Anybody ever been to Disneyland before?
Oh, yeah.
I can't fathom going to Disneyland without a fast pass. Like, I can't fathom it. I literally, if you
would never do it.
If you told me it was going to cost me $1,000 just to even have a fast pass, I would have it. What's a fast pass? All these people are standing in line and you walk right up and you literally get to go right into the ride because you have a fast pass and you paid for it, and you could book it in advance and be able to go in. So I kind of look at it as anybody that they're all in the Disneyland. They all got in right in a certain order into the park, and those that choose to upgrade now are kind of using that fast pass to move to the front of the line. That's the best way that I can explain it.
Yeah, I like that one as well. And so, things are heating up with Shoply. Products are live on the website. Stelomare, Travis has got a great digital product coming forward. There's going to be new products coming in every day and every week. Don't fret for October. You'll have product there you can purchase and qualify. Great product, in fact. If you go and look at the other products, they're really sexy products that I would purchase myself. But also a lot of digital products will be loaded up in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks as well. So if you're in a country, you don't feel like you've got a local product or a US product's not shipping to you, there's going to be some really incredible digital products that you can learn from to help you build this business as an entrepreneur. So stay tuned for that. Products are live, October digital, all the vendor stuff is coming along nicely, still very manual. But the big things that Nick wants to get going is reports in our back office, automation of influencers in the funnel, and also the vendor. So that's not far away, where you'll be able to send somebody to your replicated website. They'll click on, I want to be a vendor. They'll watch it. In fact, that's already there. They watch one video, they put in their details, so they're linked to you. And then, we can manually sign them up from there. So it's happening, bit by bit. We can do all these different funnels. I want you to understand the payment timelines as well. So if you look on your website with the countdown weekly, it's a weekly cycle. So the matrix is calculated that weekly, but it's paid fortnightly. Each week, your direct bonuses are paid. So midnight Wednesday to midnight Tuesday, your direct bonuses, so anything that you enroll from a license point of view, vendor, influencer pro, etc., that's paid to you on the following Thursday. So every single Thursday, your direct bonuses are loaded up and paid. Then to keep it simple, the matrix or the community bonus, which is paid out every fortnight, instead of trying to work out which fortnight, because it's different every single month, it's just going to be paid out on the 10th and on the 25th of each month. So you might want to write those dates down. If you're in Australia, because we are into the future, that's going to be the 11th and the 26th, obviously. But, US time, Central time, midnight, the 10th and the 25th. So every fortnight, your community bonus and your matrix gets paid. The 10th and the 25th of every month, you can expect to see that payment in your back office. And the uni level, the marketplace, so product sales in the uni level, that's a monthly payment. So that'll get calculated for the month of September. It'll get calculated for the month of October, and then it's paid on the 10th of the next month. So again, and you'll get a matrix bonus on the 10th, and you'll get your uni level payment on the 10th. So the 10th day of each month is a cool day for us to get paid. So it keeps it really simple, 10th and 25th for all our payments, and every Thursday for the weekly direct bonus, which is super exciting. Trav, anything on that?
Just keep those invites going out. 5 a day keeps the commission checks on their way.
And Zooms. So we run opportunity Zooms. Now, guys, if you don't want us to run opportunity Zooms, we don't have to. If you're happy with the funnels and the videos and three-way calls and the ATM Facebook group, that's cool. We have thousands of people in the community, the Facebook group, the Telegram. Last week, I got like 25 people on my opportunity Zoom. So if they're not attended, I'm just not going to keep running them because they're obviously not in demand. And so it's really up to me and it's up to you. It's up to your invitations. It's up to supporting those Zooms. Invite new people along. And I'll run one twice a day if you guys want me to. If you want to get me 50 people on I'll do it twice a day. But if I'm doing one a week and I'm getting 20 people on there and they're already in the business, I'm going to weigh that my time. I know that these ones are really well attended because people want the updates and the training. But, we need to back up those events, the time that people are putting into, and get a crowd on there. Like we always say, if I walk into a room and there's an event on and there's 6 people in the room, I don't care if it's a cure to cancer. I'm probably not buying it because it's like, oh, there's 6 people. If there's 206 people in there and the product's crap, I'm probably already buying it because everyone else is buying it. That's a mentality that people have when they get on a Zoom as well. There's something happening here. There's momentum happening here. And if you're in this business and you're supporting each other and you haven't got a guest on, that's okay. Just turn up to it. Even if you're cooking dinner, get the Zoom on, put yourself on mute and support another number. It'll help the people that do have guests on to have the different numbers in there. So the Zooms are every week. Travis runs one, I run one. We try and mix in with every time zone the best we can for you guys. You've got the ATM group, which works really, really well for your new prospects. So for me, when I'm talking to somebody, I send them my 2 favorite videos. So I send them the 3-minute video and then one of my presentations. I took them straight into the ATM group, and then I invite them to my next opportunity presentation. So video, ATM, next live Zoom. That's my routine. I'd encourage you guys to do the same. Really use that ATM system. Get them on the Zooms. Make sure they've watched the 3-minute video, maybe a 40, 50-minute overview, and then get them on the phone to your upline to close that deal, to get them into the relationship, add them to the team Facebook groups, and away we go. The systems and the tools are there for you to grow quickly. And we've seen it working now over the last month or 2. It's all still the same. So payments, Zooms, vids, invites. Oh, I just want to show you this real quick.
Sayings come to mind when you're talking. The saying that came to mind when you're talking before is you may not need the call, but the call needs you. Collectively, team, if we can accept, that every single one of us has a role, that's where a team goes into momentum and nobody gets left behind. And I think that one of the keys to success in this business is we stop looking for leadership and we go and we start looking in the mirror. And I think that it should be every single one of your goals to get to a place where you can present the Shopley presentation to someone. There's a saying, he who holds the marker or she who holds the marker makes the most money. And whenever I heard that, the first time that I heard that, I knew that I was going to learn the presentation. How do you learn? And you listen to the presenters, you listen to their style, to the wording. To this day, I still watch Aaron and other speakers because they're going to say something a different way that I like, and I can incorporate that into my presentation. So the energy, the synergy, and ultimately just learning to get to a place where you can present is one of the best things you could do for your team.
100%. And you'll grow as a networker. So you'll understand the psychology, presenting, closing, duplication, training. You'll keep growing as a networker. And I hope that I do as well. But you do get to a point where you go, you know what, I'm pretty sure I've got some mastery on this stuff. But I'm like Travis, the one thing I do love is it can just be a one-liner. And Travis is like the king of one-liners. And so it could just be a one-liner that you use that, hey, I'm going to use that. Or an analogy, I'm going to use that. A story, a testimonial. I use other people's stories all day long. I use other people's stories to relate to a prospect, because sometimes it's really hard for me to relate to a single 45-year-old mum because I'm not female. I'm not a mum. So it's hard to me to relate to them sometimes. I mean, I can be likable and build a relationship, but sometimes they're better off talking to a single 45-year-old mum. But I can tell a story about the person that I'm working with who's a single year-old mom and how Shoply's really helped them. And they go, wow, okay, so there's people like me in this business. And so I use other people's stories and other people's testimonies all the time to relate to my prospects. And getting on these calls, you learn those stories. I just wanted to show you this real quick. So if you go onto shoply.com, have a look at the products. There's Stelomare sitting there. If you want to share your replicated customer site up here, share referral link. Now you can click on that and you can text your referral link to somebody. If you just, this is what my computer comes up with. Your phone will be different. Well, I click on my notes, I can just see that, okay, there's my referral link there. I can copy and paste that, put it into a Facebook message, email, whatever I want. I know that my text message is automatically set up, so I can text that to someone. So, you know, for example, I just sent this referral link to my parents because they want to buy Stelomare. So I've educated them over the years on telomeres. Yeah, let me know if your dad's like this. I went home and told my dad about telomeres and stem cells one day. Kitchen table, an hour conversation. You know, he's like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. About a year later, I go back to my family farm and my dad says, hey, you should start looking into telomeres. There's an incredible scientific breakthrough, this thing called a telomere. I'm like, are you serious, Dad? I told you about this a year ago. But because of one of his buddies told him about it, he just thought it was the first time he heard about it, and he was telling me. Hand up if you can relate to that with your kids or your parents. I'm like, anyway, Dad, here's a great product on telomeres. And we got him and Mum and my sister on these products. And now, you know, because they understand the science, they want the next greatest formulation. So I just sent them my referral link. They just came in, signed up as a customer because I want to start building up customers for my business, but also my qualifications, you know, for the October period, right? And they'll just be on an auto ship every single month, and away we go. So that's where you share your link there. I think
Aaron,
you guys have seen, yes.
Show them one more time. Going to shoply.com takes you to the generic shopping site. How do they get to their own individual link? Can you just repeat that one more time?
So their own individual link to purchase product? Yes. So if people want to just purchase product, just go to shoply.com. Yeah, so shoply.com, and then it'll ask you to log in. So it's the same login as your Shoply website. So this is where you would go to shop. So literally shoply.com, and then log in, and you'll be able to, and the shopping experience is so easy because even if you're not logged in, you'll click on one of these products, it'll say, hey, I recognize that ID number, I recognize that email, I recognize that name. It looks like you're a Shoply member. You want to log in, you just click on log in, it'll log you in, and then it's literally like populate your address, credit card, and you can buy the product. It all links to your back office, so it links to your commissions. So when I purchased a Stelomare product, it actually added 80, I get this right, it was 60 or 80 PV directly into my volume. So it went into my own personal volume and qualified me for that volume. And then the next bit of volume rolled upline. You know, so Ron would have seen the volume upline. For example, if I click on Stelomare right now, let's have a look. Click on this product here. It's going to show me, okay, let's say I just want to buy one product. It's going to tell me what rolls upline. And so 64 PV is going to roll upline. So my upline will see that all the way through to the top of the comp plan. 80 QV qualifies me. So 80 plus my Influencer Pro $40 a month. That's going to qualify me for the month of October. And then 8 direct bonuses for the affiliate. $8 goes to the affiliate on this particular product. So he's paying out about 50% overall of the price into the field, whether I'm an affiliate, whether I need to be qualified, whether it goes into the comp plan. So again, if we talk about those previous products that me and Kelly were selling in Janus, they had 60 volume points that went upline. It was the same amount of volume for the qualified. So this is already 20 more qualified points, 4 more volume than what we used to. And then, the direct bonus is a direct bonus. The more expensive the product, the better this direct bonus is going to be. The massage chair example I always use, $4,000 massage chair, you're going to get like $500 here for the affiliates. So that's where you'll find out these little figures just here, but you can just click on add to cart. And, that product is really, really simple for you to purchase yourself. That all talks to the comp plan, upline, downline, crossline. Then obviously when you're building your business and checking out all the reports, you're back here at myshoply.com and you can log in and you can go straight to, your commissions or your volume, and you can see that will change almost instantly. Does that answer that question, Travis?
Yes, yeah. Abby was asking, how do you share just that link? And also I had another person ask how they found their link. So I just wanted to be clear, make sure they were clear on it.
You could also come into here like a specific Stelomare product. So I click on the product, I click on the bottle, and down here, you've got a little link. So I click on this one here and link copied to clipboard. And what this is going to do, it's going to actually send people your Shoply website, but they'll land exactly on this page here, like the Stelomare add to cart. So this will be specific for them. It's probably going to ask them for, okay, let me show you guys something. But I'm logged in, so it won't show it. Let me show you this. So if I go back to, if you are sending the code to somebody and it says, okay, you look like you're new, who's the person that invited you here? And you look at your link here, it's going to ask them for a code. Okay, what is the ID code that the person that sent you here is? If you're looking for your code, it's this part here, all right? So it'll have your link, shoply.com, stores, this, Stelomare product, referral. It's this part here, 3QNKET. Now, guys, don't worry about this right now, or don't get confused or overwhelmed, because this will be all automated in October. You'll just copy and paste, they'll just buy the product. Right now, it's not quite automated. But what I've done is I just copy this 3QNKET. So I'm going to go copy that. And if I log out of here, just so you guys can see it firsthand, I'll log out. Fantastic. I land on this page here, add to cart, check out. Hopefully it hasn't logged me in. Okay, so it's going to say, who told you about Shoply? And then it's going to say refer ID. That's not your ID in the back office. Like my refer ID is 1138. That won't work. So what I do is I paste in, or you can tell them to paste this code. And you might even say, hey guys, I've got a special discount code for you. So you can go direct VIP into the Shoply marketplace. No one can do this yet. My special link for you guys, my special code is 3QNKET. Put it in and then hit submit. And you probably do this with them on a Zoom or something right now. And you hit submit and it'll say referred by Aaron Biley. So that's how it links a customer to you. And remember, in October, you'll just copy and paste your link and it'll do it all automatically. So I hope that answers that question. If someone's not logged in, you're just sending them your link specifically, that's where you can find it all. A little bit clunky and manual right now. It'll all work. But that's kind of how you do it. So I think that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. I really wanted you to understand that matrix sort of timing in a little bit more detail, the countdown timer that's on your website and what that actually means. It is a real weekly cycle timer that counts down every single person. If people have clicked on your link a week ago, they don't get cleaned out of the system. It's just for people 4 weeks or older. Any questions on that? I'll just finish with any Q&As on anything that we spoke about today. And we'll wrap it up for another week. Thanks, Abby. Yeah, it's good info. So really important to jump on these every week and really get into a culture of getting on these calls. And I don't get on every corporate call. Like I'll get on every corporate call that's perfect for my time zone. I massage my day around it. I make it a priority. Abby says that's my dad. Yeah, we can relate to that. But if I can't get on the call because it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I always listen to the recording. Like on Saturday's call, I went to the gym yesterday. I don't listen to music in the gym. I put on the previous call. I used to do the same with Travis's call in our previous company. And that's how I get up to date. And I always pick up one or two things that I wasn't aware of that Nick will say. And then, there'll always be another one or two things that confuses the hell out of me. So then I'll message Nick and say, can you clarify this point for me? And that's how you're going to progress as a leader in everything, is staying up to date. Get on a culture with your team that when the recording is posted, and, I've been in this industry for 27 years. If I post a presentation, I'll put my money, all my life savings for the last 20 years on the fact that I'll get the question, will this be recorded? It's the number one question. Will this be recorded? We record all of our calls. We put them all up in our YouTube channel. And so we want to create a system where people don't have to worry about, is this recorded? Where do I find it? What's the details? Because it's always going to be on our YouTube channel. Where's the YouTube channel? On the featured section of the Facebook group. Always going to be put in Telegram. Always going to be putting our team Facebook group the recordings as quickly as possible. When those recordings go up, I would tag your team in there. Tag the leaders, their names, at Abby, at Carmel, at Steve, tag your team members in there, really create a culture of, watching that information. You're going to get so much more momentum when people have the information in front of them. If I order 80 QV, my upline gets the 64. So if my mum orders, no, if your mum orders and she was like an influencer pro, she would get the 80 QV. If your mum orders and she's just a customer, you get the 64. 64 QV goes upline. When you personally order, you get the 80. So the QV is qualifying. So that's your qualifying volume. Dates for community bonus. Yet we shared them, Dean. So they're calculated weekly, paid fortnightly. You'll get paid that on the 10th and 25th of each month. Thank you, Carmen. Legend, as always. Travis answered that one. Okay, great. Awesome, guys. Yeah, there's always something to learn every week. There's no question about that. The month is finishing up. I'm running actually a little competition with some of my team. So this might be something you want to think about. I'll just close on this. I've just gone through like my personal enrollments for August and September. I've identified my leaders and my team that I have there. And I said to 9 of my leaders, I said, look, I'm not leaving everybody on my level 1. I'm just not. I'm not leaving like 40 people on my level 1. So I've identified you 9 leaders as people in my team that are leaders that have built a team, big or small. You're pretty much on my level 1 or level 2. So over the next 6 days until the end of the month, I've said to these guys, we're going to run a little competition. Whoever has the most personally enrolled influencers or influencer pros by the 30th of September, I'm going to place the rest of my team in your teams. And so obviously that's a huge incentive for them because they're like, whoa, I've got XYZ volume, I'm XYZ ranked, but if I had like 3 more people come in, that would really help me to progress to my status, would help my volume, would help my commissions. And so I'm not building like 50 wide. I might build like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wide. So I've said to these 9 leaders, I said, hey, if whoever has the most influencer pros by the end of September, the rest of my team goes in there. So if you have 10 influencer pros at the end of September, I might put 3 or 4 people in your business. If you have 1 influencer pro, I might add another person in there for you. Now that person could really go and duplicate and really help that person. But I want to help my team status. I want to help them volume. I want to help them grow. So I'm running that little competition with about 9 of my leaders until the end of the month. You might want to consider doing that for your level 1s and level 2s, your key people that you can help build. You got to be really careful. So, micro 1 and above, if you are a micro 1 and above, you have the ability to have a holding tank and place people in your teams. We should do specific training on this, just with mic 1s and above. Don't go and place people in your team without consulting your upline. Do not do it. You could dilute your commissions by a lot. I would personally not place anyone lower than probably like a level 3, because once they get outside your level 4, level 5, level 6, you're not getting paid on that person. But the upside is, I go and place, for example, 6 people in Carmen's business. If she was on my level 1 or level 2, what does that do for Carmen? She's like, you know what, I was having some doubts. I'm in a bit of a rough patch. I've lost my momentum. And then Aaron just put 6 people in my business. Man, I'm super thankful for that. It's just actually taking me up to the next rank. Now I'm working with one of the leaders in that group. Okay, I'm on fire again. Away we go. And so you can really elevate people's excitement, momentum, loyalty, stickiness, next rank, commissions, money talks, right? So you can really help to build your team. So the thing that I would recommend is stay in touch with your leaders, because at the end of every single month, you might have a level 1, level 2 leader say, hey, I'm smashing this business out. I'm literally 200 points away from my next status. Have you got anyone sitting in your holding tank? I'm like, yeah, man, I just enrolled a girl the other day. She lives in the same city as you. I'll put her in your business right now. Bang, next status. And they rank advance. So you working really close with your leadership group, that's how you can build some big momentum and all grow together. Because if they rank advance, you rank advance, and it all grows momentum. But again, being smart about it, don't go and place someone on level 4. You could dilute your income, in 3 years' time by literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. In short term, it doesn't matter so much. Just be smart with it. If you want to do like a one-on-one consult with that, if you're a Mic 1 or above, hit us up. We can do some training on it towards the end of each month. If you just want to check, I'm thinking about putting this person here. I just wanted to check with you. Probably a good idea, but that's just something that I'm running with 9 of my, leaders on level 1 or level 2 towards the end of the month. You might want to consider doing the same. I'm going to run an even bigger competition coming up with some even bigger prizes that's going to be open for everybody. So stay tuned for that one. But just an idea leading up to the end of the month to, because once the end of the month is done, everyone is placed. So if you do nothing and you're a micro 2, then you've got 30 people wide. That's it, set. Once you place someone, they're placed forever. And so, each month you either want to place or leave them, that is set. So just something to consider if you are a micro 1 or above. All right, guys, we've been at it for almost an hour and a half. I'll let everyone go. We'll see you on I'm running an opportunity Zoom tomorrow night, Australian time. I know Travis has probably got one coming up. You'll see it's posted anyway. Support them and get ready for a big October. Any questions, you know where I am, reach out. Cheers, everyone.